Who's the other one who's joined from Bhagyavati Mataji's iPhone? Can I see the pretty one there too?
Yeah.
Hi, Vol.
Hi.
Welcome. Hi. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, beta. Can I know your name?
Yes.
Okay, what? Dhruva. Oh, wow. Dhruva Maharaj. Very nice. Okay, thank you. That's a nice detailed description.
No. No.
We are
No,
new
it's
to
not. It's not. Okay. Okay, let me start by asking Dhruva. Dhruva, what do you know about Krishna? Do you know anything about Krishna?
The cricket god. God.
He's a god. Okay, so he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay?
Okay.
The supreme personality of the Godhead. Okay. All right. Mataji, if you have permission, if you can give me permission, I'll start. Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, let's do it. Let's start with the prayers. So Soham and Dhruva, if you know the prayers, please chant along with me. If you don't, you can just see it on the screen there and follow it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tatsmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Now, both of you can unmute and chant along with me.
Okay, Mataji.
Dhruva, you can also unmute. Hare Krishna. Come on, Soham.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. So today I bring to you the very most important process for all of us to know. The process which is going to take us to Krishna. Okay, so this is the most important process, and these are also called as this is called as 9 process of devotional service, or you can also address it as 9 limbs of bhakti. Okay.
Okay.
Now, where is this coming from? Okay, every time. So let's see. There is a process to everything, right? Can you, in your general, life also, we follow some or the other process, even for ordering something. Let's say if I'm ordering, let's say this cover, the phone cover from Amazon, there is a process I have to follow. Correct? Only then that particular thing which I'm ordering will come to me at my doorstep. So what is the process? Can anyone tell? So can you think of the process? What do I need to do if I have to order something on Amazon?
You have Amazon.
Okay. You have to go on Amazon, find that product, order it, pay for it, give my address, and then it will be delivered. So these are all the steps or process, correct? Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
You said something. You said go on Amazon, or maybe Dhruva said.
What? I didn't even say anything. Someone else said.
Yeah, maybe Dhruva said. So thank you, Dhruva.
Dhruva sisters.
Yeah.
Dhruva's sister. Okay. Thank you. So that's the process and how that is coming to me. Finally, it comes to me, right? Similarly, there is a process for bhakti. Now we are going to get a little deep dive and find out what is that process which will give us bhakti, which will make Krishna our best friend. Who all want Krishna to be in their lives as their best friend? Raise their hand. I want, for sure. Daksha wants. Utkarsh, do you want Krishna to be your best friend? Raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah, Soham wants. So every one of us wants Krishna to be our best friends. So Prahlad Maharaj, what he did, he showed us the process and how. So one day what happened when he was in his school, his friends, were sitting and they started asking him about the devotional service because he's always engaged in that process. He's always thinking of Krishna and his glories, is singing about that. So the friends started asking about the process, and let's see what are the process. Now here, if you can see on the slide, Prahlad Maharaj is sitting on the chair there, and all the friends, because he's saying something, like it's so curious, right? We're always so curious to know something interesting, to know something more about Krishna. So we are all sitting there and very eagerly listening to what Prahlad Maharaj is saying. And Prahlad Maharaj says very, very wonderful thing when he says that often people think that, bhakti is something which we have to do when we get old. Right? People will do bhakti or puja or something when we are old, when we have nothing to do. But he said that is the wrong perception. That is very, very wrong. You have to think and meditate upon the Supreme Lord when you're young, right? When you're young, if you think of Krishna, only then Krishna is going to stay with you forever, right? If we grow old and today you say, oh no, I have so much of homework to do, I can't think of Krishna today. Let me think about Krishna when I am done with my studies. Then you will say, oh, I have to find out a job, right? Then you will be in the job search, and then, God knows all those things. Then by the time you realize the time's gone, and Krishna is you never invited Krishna in your life. So Prahlad Maharaj stresses on the point that, when you're very young, when you're still kids, you have to think of Krishna and call him and invite him in your lives to be your friend. How do we do that? Now the friends are asking, okay, friends are curious, friends know about this now. The friends ask, okay, now tell me the process, Prahlad. How do we do that? So now he stresses upon 9 steps or the 9 processes. Now, what are the 9 processes? Okay, if somebody can unmute. Mute, sorry. Okay, so the 9 process. So he says that there are 9 processes to reach to Krishna, to invite him in your life. So what are those processes? We can be perfect in either 1, 2, 3, or all. But if you do any one of that, Krishna will be very happy. And Krishna will come running and say, oh, where is that friend who's calling me? And will hold your hand. So the first one, Prahlad Maharaj says is Shravanam. So I'll go through one by one. I'll tell you the detailed story about who did what, okay? Let's go over the list first. And you all can unmute and repeat after me. The first one is Shravanam.
Shravanam.
Then is Kirtanam.
Kirtanam.
Then Vishnu Smaranam.
Vishnu Saram.
Then we have, Pada Sevanam.
Pada Sevanam.
Then we have Archanam.
Archanam.
Then we have Vandanam.
Vandanam.
Very good. Dasya.
Dasya.
Sakyam.
Sakya.
And finally, we have Atmanivedana.
Atmanivedana.
Yes, that was very sweet. Thank you. So the first thing is Shravanam, a very, very, very important process. Shravanam means to hear, hearing. So anything starts with hearing. And do you know a fun fact? When there's a baby in the mother's womb, what is the first organ which is formed?
Yes.
Ears. And why?
That. What?
Because the baby is eager to hear the glories of the Lord, right? Most people do read Krishna book, okay, during that period. So the baby is very eager to continue to practice the hearing of the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the ears comes first because the hearing process is very important, which is called a Shravana. Now, who is the best example of Shravana? Yes, Maharaj Parikshit. Now, who is Maharaj Parikshit? Any idea? Okay, let's go over it. Okay, yeah, Daksha.
He went to the forest hunting one day.
Yeah, he went to forest hunting, but who is he?
Maharaj Parikshit.
You're very smart. Yes, he's Maharaj Parikshit. So there's a story about Maharaj Parikshit. So what happened once, and you're right, he went to the forest for hunting. And when he was hunting, he suddenly felt that he's thirsty. And he went to a hut or a Rishi's hermitage, which was close by. And that Rishi's name is Shamika Rishi. And he sees there, oh, the king has come. And he was expecting, like, grand welcome, or the Rishi would come and receive me and will offer me water because I'm thirsty. But then what he sees is the Rishi is in the meditation, and he did not take in account that the king is in his place. So Maharaj Parikshit got a little, angry, and he picked up a dead snake which was just lying around there, and he put it in the in around the neck of the sage, just like how we would put a garland, which is wrong, right? So and he came out from that place very angry, like and he went on his way. And while he was going, Shringi, the son of Shamika Rishi, saw that, King Parikshit is going. And he's like, okay, why would he come here? And then he sees that, oh, there is the snake, the dead snake put around his father's neck, which is so bad. And then he saw that and he said that, Raja, you did something really bad. So I curse you that, the very animal or the snake, because of the snake bite, you would get killed, and you have only 7 days from this. On the seventh day, this will happen. And this made Maharaj Parikshit realize, who's a grandson of the Pandavas, right? Realized that he made a very, very bad, activity. Although he was a very good king, he was a very, very, very good king. But that very moment, he was under the influence of Maya, and he did that, and he thought that, okay, let's take this as an opportunity. Now 7 days I have, so 7 days means the 7 days to receive the knowledge of Krishna. So he used that as an opportunity to let's say to how would I phrase that, to make sure that his life is complete hearing the glories of the Lord. He didn't want to say, oh, call this priest or call that priest and do something so that I'll be saved and nothing can harm me on seventh day. No, he accepted that, and he made sure that he go to the celebrated Rishi and ask him to give the Bhagavad Gyan. And he went running to Shukadev Goswami and he said, if you can, please kindly give me the nectar of hearing the glorious pastimes of Krishna, and I really want to know Krishna. So that is the dedication to know about Krishna. So the first thing comes is always Shravanam, right? Even when we are in the class, what do? We first hear, and then teacher says, okay, now you have heard, right? So now you write your homework or you do your assignment, right? So first thing in the process of devotional service is always Shravanam. Will you all remember this? Yes, no? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
You have to try remembering it, okay?
Maybe.
Next, what
Okay.
do we do? What do we do when we hear something? When we hear something nice, what do?
We try to remember it.
Yeah, we try to remember it. And we also try to share that knowledge, right? If you're a good person, you will always want to share that knowledge with others. We don't want to keep that good knowledge only to ourselves because we are not selfish people. We're good people. So what do? We will always try to go around and give that message to others so they can also benefit, right? So what do we do in this case when we are talking about Krishna and the 9 process of devotional service? We would always go, and now because we know that the holy name, the chanting of holy name is very, very important. What do? We go and see our best friends and say, hey, you're my best friend. I want to share this very wonderful thing with you. And what is that? The chanting of the holy name. And how do we tell them what is the holy name, or what is the how do we chant? What do we chant? Yes, Daksha?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we go and give the Hare Krishna mantra, right? So that is important. So that is called as what? Kirtanam, right? Okay, so Kirtan party or Kirtan, or when we go around and say that this is the holy name and we have to chant, so that is what we do as Kirtanam. Remember this, the first one is Shravanam, then comes Kirtanam, okay? Let's
Okay,
see.
Mataji.
Let's see now, what is next? The next one is Vishnu Smaranam. Now, when we say Vishnu Smaranam, what do? We will always remember Krishna. Now we say never forget Krishna. But when do you not forget Krishna is when you remember Krishna every time you're doing your work and you're thinking that, oh, I have to learn this very well because Krishna will be very pleased, right? Oh, let me do this, because Krishna will be happy if I do this. So always remembering Krishna. If you go out and if you buy flowers, you will think of Krishna. Oh, these are such beautiful flowers. Let me offer these flowers to Krishna. Maybe if you see a seasonal fruit, sometimes you see mangoes. Mangoes are not always around. When you see mango in the market, if you happen to go to grocery shopping with your parents, what do? You think of Krishna. Oh, let's take this mango for Krishna. Maybe make some mango lassi for Krishna, right? So that is how we will always remember Krishna. So never, 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 never forget Krishna, okay? One very important, like the example here, and these slides have been made by my son for his presentation. I'm using it. So Prahlad Maharaj is one of the very, very classic example of how he always remembered Krishna. And what happens when you always remember Krishna? And if you're in trouble, he will come. He will definitely come. And for Prahlad Maharaj, how did he come? He came in which form? He came as Narsinghadev, right? He came as Narsinghadev to save him, right? So that means Krishna is always there, listening, hearing, seeing, watching, protecting, and guarding us. If we have him always in our minds and in our heart, thinking about him. So that is called as Vishnu Smaranam. What is it called? Can you answer?
Vishnu Samanam.
Ravana. Very good. Then we have Parthsarthi. Now, Parthsarthi is always thinking of Krishna's lotus feet and thinking, how do I serve Krishna? Okay. Now, who is always serving Krishna? Who is that fortunate? Yes, Daksha?
Mahalakshmi.
Yes, Mahalakshmi is always engaged in serving the lotus feet of the Supreme Godhead, right? So she is always there. And sometimes, you know, what happens, we think of Lakshmi ji and we only praise to Lakshmi ji. So what happens that time? Okay, for some time she might be very pleased and happy and give us whatever we want. But what is she always doing? She's always serving her Lord. So, you know, she wants to also go back, because if we do not call her along with her husband, she would not stay with us forever. So always think, when you're thinking about Lakshmi ji also, always think of both of them together so that they stay with us forever. I heard, who's saying that? Okay, I'll take that as a no. So let's see what he had put on the slide here. One obtains the perfection of remembering when one constantly thinks of the lotus feet of the Lord. Being intensely attached to thinking of the Lord's lotus feet is called Parthsarthi. So Parthsarthi means what? To serve, giving service, rendering service to the lotus feet of the Lord, just like devotees do. So always, like, you know, basically, how do we cannot personally go and, you know, be there, right? We are not that fortunate. So how do we do it? How do we engage ourselves in Padasevanam? Is always by serving the Lord in whatever way we are doing. Okay, so that is what we have to continue to do. So the first one is what? Shravanam. Second, Kirtanam. Then what do we do? Vishnu Smaranam. And then Padasevanam. Now, after that comes Archanam, which is also called as deity worship. So if we have deity at home, we have to make sure that we always, you know, do our prayers or Archanam. The process of Archanam has to be followed in front of the deity. So like basically doing our regular puja in front of the Lord. Okay, so this is one of the other process which comes like this is one of the process in our 9 devotional processes. Okay, so just being there, offering our like doing our prayers, doing all our artis, right? So that is how you should be worshiping our the deities who are at your home. Okay, so you cannot have just a deity and say sometimes just go and see. No, you have to just give attention every day. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, and then comes Vandanam or prayers, right? So now, so basically everything includes prayers, basic, right? But here, this is I love this example of Akrura. So what happens in this story of Akrura is that Akrura was sent by Kamsa to get Krishna and Balram to Mathura. And he was so happy because he thought that, you know, such a wonderful opportunity I got. I'm so lucky to see my Lord, because he knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, and he was so happy. So when he actually went to Vrindavan, when he just entered the Vrajabhumi, on the, you know, he actually saw the footprints of Krishna and he got so ecstatic. He was so happy. He was just rolling on the ground with happiness. So that is why, because he was constantly on the way, he was only and only and only thinking of Krishna. And he was thinking, you know, how fortunate I am to be just going and meeting him and seeing him, you know, and offering my prayers to him. So that constant prayers should always be there in our hearts and in our minds. So always think of Krishna as, you know, Krishna, please come into my life. Please come into my life. You know, I have everything, but I don't have you. So what is the use if you don't have Krishna, right? Without a friend, what is the meaning? There's no friendship without friend, right? And we want Krishna as our friend. So we should always think and pray constantly in our mind that, Krishna, please come into our lives. So that is how you need to instantly pray to Krishna. Is that clear?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. And then what is this? What is this? Dasyam. And who is this on the slide here?
Hanuman.
Hanumanji. So what did Hanumanji do? He is the best example which we can give in for Dasyam, because he was always eager and ready to serve who? Who?
Lord Krishna.
To Sri Ram. Sri Ram. So he is always there with Sri Ram, right? Have you ever heard of this thing? Ram Lakshman Janaki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. They say this, right? So why do they say Jai Bolo Hanuman ki? Because Hanumanji is always there to serve. Lord, one day what happened, this is one of the stories I'll tell you. So one day what happened after they came back, to Ayodhya, so they were deciding on the duties. Everyone got the duty, and Hanumanji was waiting, maybe I will also get some duty. And he asked, do I have any duty? And they said, oh, no, you don't have a duty. And he said, okay, because all the duties have been, given, everyone got their roles and responsibilities. So you don't have a role or responsibility here. So maybe next time or something like that. So Hanumanji looked at the list and he said, oh, everything is covered. But what if my Lord, gets a sneeze? Huh? Oh, no, sorry, yawn. Thank you, Sachi. What if he yawns? So I need to be there. When he yawns, I'm going to do this, chutki. When you do this, oh, Nindariya, sometimes, have you done that ever? So that chutki wala thing. So he said, that nobody has taken. So that thing I want. So he said, okay. And then Sri Ramji was very impressed with how he really wants to serve him all the time. So with this, what happens? Like, he's also very clever. Now, who knows when will Lord yawn, right? So Hanumanji was always there with Sri Ramji. Oh, with the yawning thing, Daksha started to yawn. Okay, so this is how we should be very eager to serve. Like any duty, any responsibility, anything big, small, doesn't matter. You should be like, okay, I want to do this for my Lord. I want to do this for my Lord. So that is what Dasya means. Are we clear till now? Am I rushing or everything okay so far?
Everything's okay.
Okay. And comes now Sakyam. Who is Krishna's best friend? Who is Krishna giving the transcendental message in Bhagavad Gita?
Arjuna.
Yes, Arjuna. And when do we become best friend of Krishna? Do you know? Why did Krishna give Arjuna the transcendental message? Because Krishna to Arjuna is because Arjuna was never envious of Krishna. Never. He was like, okay, Krishna, I understand. I will do it. I will do it for you. So that kind of surrender, or that kind of the personality trait, if one has, then definitely Krishna will come into your life. So we have to be we have to follow the footsteps of Arjuna and think of, how can we better ourselves every day, that our personality or our nature becomes such that Krishna can come into our lives. Okay, so we are good, we are bad, we are everything at during the day you will find variations of a personality in ourselves. So sometimes you might be very angry at something, right? And if that anger can stop Krishna coming into our life, then we have to think, we have to pause there. We have to like really pause and think, oh, will this behavior or will this nature of mine stop Krishna coming into my life? If yes, then we have to stop doing that thing. And if at times you feel that you're very kind, you're very generous, you're sharing your lunch with your friend, you're sharing your maybe something you know and your friend doesn't know, you're sharing that, then also pause and think, oh, this is a nice thing I have. Maybe Krishna will be very happy with this thing and he will come into my life and be my friend. So that kind of nature and personality and behavior we should always have in our life for Krishna to come in. Okay? Is that clear? Yes, no? Thumbs up, thumbs down, something. Thumbs up. Okay, thank you. So the last thing is Atman Nivedanam, or complete surrender. Now, what does this mean? This means that we will not have. Beta, give me 1 minute. Yes, officer. Okay. Atmanivedanam. So, okay, let's see this. The word Atmanivedanam refers to the state at which one has no motive other than to serve the Lord. One surrenders everything to the Lord and performs his activity only to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, like basically we have no purpose but Krishna in our life. We are doing whatever we are doing for Krishna, only for Krishna. If we have that feeling here, that means we are at that level. And Bali Maharaj is one of the examples. So Bali Maharaj, when he was asked by Vamana Maharaj, the three, he asked for the 3 steps of the land, and then he took over everything, Vamana Dev. And then he said, oh, where do I keep my 3rd step or the 3rd foot? And Bali Maharaj was like, he kneeled down and he was like, he gave his head and he said, you can keep it on me. So he surrendered everything and himself as well. So that kind of surrender, that kind of level, if someone has, then definitely Krishna will be very pleased and will be in that person's life forever and never and ever. Okay, so we will go back and review the list. Any questions for me? No? Did you guys understood? So sometimes when we don't understand also, we don't have questions. And sometimes when we understand it like really clear, everything crystal clear. Clear?
I don't have
Utkarsh, you're saying something? Yeah. You liked it?
I want to eat it one fish. I want to eat strawberries.
You want to eat strawberry? Make sure you offer that strawberry to Krishna. Remember, we talked about offering everything and thinking of Krishna all the time. So you have to first wash the strawberry and then take a nice, neat, clean bowl, which you have set aside for Krishna, put it in it, offer it with tulsi and say, Krishna, please eat it. Okay, and Krishna will eat it for sure. And then you can have it and Krishna will not eat it completely. Krishna will eat it, but it will still be there in the bowl for you because Krishna wants to also share that with you, right? So always whenever you eat something, try to offer it. Okay? Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, let's go over the 9 process. The first one, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, and Atmanivedanam. And I hope Krishna comes into your life and be your best friend. What is it called? BFF, right? Best friend forever, right? So yes. And Mataji, do we have time for activity?
BFP. I sometimes say BFF.
We have? Okay. Thank you, Mataji. So do you all have your pencils and books?
Pencils.
Something where you can draw something?
Yet.
Very good.
Okay, for you.
Okay, Sachi will be teaching you something related to what we have learned possibly. Okay, so get your books and get your pencils. I'll give you how many? 30 seconds. Is that good?
Wait, cardboard box.
Got it. You got it. Okay.
A
Chalo.
cardboard box.
A cardboard box. Who's saying this?
Me. Soham.
Okay, show me that.
I don't have
What do
a
you have?
cardboard box.
No, we don't need a cardboard box. Do you have a paper and a pencil?
Yeah.
That is what we need. That is it. Very good. That's perfect. Okay, Sachi, are you ready? Okay.
దాని కూడా వచ్చా అక్కడ
Right.
ఇంకా
I gave you my pencil to have.
షార్ప్ లైన్ పెన్సిల్ వచ్చింది దాని
Hare Krishna, kids.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. How did you guys like Mataji's class?
Good. Good.
Okay. Does everyone have their books and pencils?
Yet.
Okay. Are you guys ready to get started?
No. Almost.
Almost? Okay. We'll give you another second. And I'll just show my book. Can you guys see that?
Oh, sharpener mistake.
Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
బుక్
Okay, let me know when you are ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. So today we're going to be drawing a lotus, right? So
Yeah.
draw a lotus. What you're going to do is hold your pencil right here, almost in the back. So you have space, right? And then draw like a little line here so you know where you're going to do it from. And I'm holding my paper this way. And then just take it from there and make like a little curvy line. And then take that down so it looks like a little water droplet. Then if you want, you can just erase that line that you made just now.
Do it.
Yeah. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not ready. Let's not have it yet.
Okay. I'll give you guys a second to draw this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, is everyone ready?
No.
Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try your best. And make sure you guys draw it big. Yes, who is this?
It's Daksha.
Yes, Daksha. What is-
It's like a leaf.
Yeah, almost like a leaf, but it has to be nice and big. You see that?
పూర్వి నీకు చెప్పిన డ్రాయింగ్ చేస్తావా
Yeah.
That, yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
బ్లడ్ వస్తుందా పసుపు పెట్టుకో అకు కాదమ్మా
Okay, so right after you do that, then you can start from the bottom here, or even the top if you want, and then draw another that comes out of it. Let's do it a little bit smaller. So let's do it from here, go down here, and then have that. And then let's try to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so we have a few big ones, and you can keep adding it. So you want a few on this side and a few on this side. So I'm just gonna try to complete it a little bit, and then you guys can draw. And you want to make sure as you're going that you can like start a little bit more from the bottom of this, or like, yeah.
Can you turn off the share?
Oh yes, sure. I'm so sorry, I forgot to do that. Okay, this should be so much better. Okay. And what you can do is make 9 different petals. And you're gonna know what it is in a second. Maybe some of you already know. And then if you want, you can draw like the little lily pad. The bottom.
Tataji,
Yes.
this is how mine looks like.
Let me see. Oh, wow, wonderful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 1 second. Okay, others can also let me know when they're done. And if you want, you can show me.
Master G,
Yes.
I'm done.
Let me see. Wow, wonderful.
Master G, I'm done too.
But it was really stupid that made it.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, now Remember, you guys learned with Mataji just now about the 9 processes of devotional service, right?
Yes.
So now what you can do is, since you have 9 different one of these lotus petals, you can write the 9 different processes on here. So one of them would be what, Shravanam? So you can write Shravanam.
Salalam.
Yep.
Nice. Salalam. Ito ang name.
And then you can go on with all the other ones. So Shravanam. And then what is the next one? Can someone tell me?
It's Kirtanam.
Yes. And then Kirtanam. And what is after Kirtanam? Let's see if we remember. No? Okay, that's okay. So it's Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Vishnu Smaranam. Remember when Mataji was explaining that we always have to remember and keep Krishna in our mind? And always think of Krishna? Yes. So Shravanam, we have Kirtanam, we have, and then Vishnu Smaranam. And what next? Anyone? Don't know. The next one then would be Pada Sevanam. So
What is it?
Pada Sevanam. So that's always trying to serve the lotus feet. How can we do that? We can always think of the lotus feet and think of how we
Is
can
it-
serve Krishna.
Is it father and then what?
Sevanam. You got it?
Yes.
And then does anyone know what comes next? No? Okay, so that the next one would be Archanam. And then there's Vandanam. And then there's Dasyam, Sakyam, and Atma Nivedanam.
Then what?
So after Pada Sevanam, it's Archana,
What's after Archana?
Vandanam,
After Vandaman?
and then after Vandanam, any guesses?
No.
Okay, after Vandanam is Dasyam.
What's after?
And then after Dasyam is Sakyam. Remember when Mataji was talking about we want Krishna as your best friend? So that's Sakyam.
After Sakti?
And then after Sakyam is Atma Nivedanam. So when Mataji was explaining about Bali Maharaj, how he even he gave up everything, including himself, and he offered himself to the Lord.
What's the word again?
The last one,
Yes.
Atma Nivedanam.
I'm done writing down everything.
Okay, and then now if you guys want to color it, you guys can choose your favorite colors and then color it.
I'm gonna color mine blue.
Okay.
Mine is pink.
Mhm. And you can even do this. You can color the petals different colors and make it look colorful if you want. So one more time, does anyone want to tell me the 9 processes of devotional service?
Me,
Yes, Soham? Go ahead.
Chavanam, Kirtam, Vishunam, Shir, and then Vadanam, Savarnam, and then Archanam,
Mhm,
and then Vandanam,
mhm.
and Besam, and then I cannot read this word. It starts with a C-E, and then, S-E-C-E-U-M.
Oh, are you trying to say Sakyam? Oh, that
Yeah.
would spell Sakhyam. Here, if you want the spellings, I'll have it here. I forgot to give that to you guys here. So it's Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Saivanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, and Sakyam, and then Atma Nivedanam. Do you guys need another minute to write everything down and color everything?
Yes.
Okay. Till then, can someone tell me one thing that they learned from Mataji's class? Anything that they really liked?
You should invite Krishna to your house by doing things that he might like.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Wonderful point. Anyone else?
No.
So, did you like the Mataji's class?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you like the drawing class?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, the drawing part is it's almost the most favorite thing I like in the whole class.
So you know what you can do with the drawing? After you're done coloring and everything nicely, you can go if you have a deity, then you can go offer that to Krishna and be like, Krishna, this is for you.
What is a deity?
That would be like your murti of Krishna or like any
Like
like
a
if you
area
have any
where,
temple on your altar.
like a place where you keep all your Bhagwanji.
Yes, yes. It's like Bhagwanji, yeah.
Okay, I have a mandir upstairs in my mom's room.
Oh wow. Yeah, so you can go there and then after you're done coloring, you can put it over there and say this is for you.
We have almost half Bhagwanji in our
Oh,
in the room.
wonderful. Okay, is everyone done writing it down?
Yes, we
I
can
I
can
color again.
we can color if we're still doing it and the meeting is done.
Yeah, you can color for like homework after we end the meeting, and then you can send it in the group chat if you want. And
Okay.
I'll send mine too. Mhm. Okay. Hare Krishna. Let's do Vanshakapat. So Vanshakapat Rubhyascha Kripasindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vishnuvebhyo Namo. Okay, let's say Hare Krishna, everyone. Unmute and we can say Hare Krishna once and go. Say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, bye.
Krishna Mataji, bye.
Hare Krishna.